Well, hello FME friends, it's GIS day today, but more to the point, it's that day of the 30-day map challenge where we've got to hexagons. So let's look at hexagons inside FME. We have a transformer specifically for hexagons called the H3 hexagonal indexer. And you can see I've created a point here that's in the centre of Surrey, British Columbia. In fact, it represents the Safe Software Office, but it doesn't really matter where we are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this Hexagon Transformer in there and open up the settings. And you can see we've got lots of different options on here. We've got child index, filling indexes, hexagon from index, blah, blah, blah. Lots of different things we can do here. So let's have a look at some of them. So plain index means let's get the hexagon or the index for the hexagon that belongs to that point. And you can see there's a whole hierarchy of hexagons as well. We can go from anything up to 1,000 kilometers per edge, up to 0.5 meter an edge. And I should say that these hexagons form into the hierarchy that Uber H3 library uses. So we're very specific structure of hexagons here, and very specific pattern and numbering. So let's go with a 25 meter one, and I can replace it with a hexagon, or I can just say keep the original geometry and just provide me the index, which is what we're going to get right now. And it says in the table the index is, if I can get it, let's double click that, there we go. That's the index number we've got. So what use is that? Well, it's interesting because the hexagons in FME created by this transformer are not just for creating maps, they're also for doing analyses on. So we can use the spatial index of the hexagon, and we can do all sorts of different processing on it if you're into that sort of thing. If you want to actually map the feature, well, okay, that's easy enough as well. We can just say replace that with a hexagon like so, and we should get the hexagon shape that is at that scale and in that position of that point. So that's what we've got there. What else can we do? Well, we could say, actually, don't find me that, find me all of the neighboring indexes, neighboring hexagons from the H3 index. So this is starting with an index, it's not starting with the geometry. So that's why we had to get the index number first, and now we've got it, we can say find all the neighboring ones up to a depth of 3 hexagons. So let's run that, and we should find there's sort of a ring of hexagons around there now, up to a distance of 3 hexagons away. So 1, distance of 2, distance of 3. So we can find all of those. What else could we do? Well, we could, let's see what else we can do with this. Child indexes, that's one thing. Parent index. Okay, well, let's look at the parent index for that. So we can say, again, and we're using the index number. Okay, so we're going to need to get the index number from there, which is fine. And we say get the parent index from that H3 index that we created, and we want to know the parent at resolution number 7, 1 kilometer. And we're going to replace that with the hexagon, and you should see now that we have the parent and there's the child in the middle. So that basically it's a sort of a hex within hex. We can do the reverse, of course. We can say let's take that parent hexagon, which will be the parent index now, and replace it with all of the smaller hexagons inside it. There we go, child indexes. Okay, run that, and we're off. So there we go, those are all the child indexes inside that parent. So yeah, we can do all sorts of analysis on that. The big thing that I would use it for today is for mapping. And what I did here is I have the same point, put a buffer around it, bounding box replacer, because I can't send a circular feature to the hex indexer. So basically I send a shape and say fill in this with hexagons, and we call that the filling indexes, and I'm creating it at 9.4 meter edges approximately. And I thought, what should I map today? Well, I'll map things that may possibly be hexagon shaped, which would be drainage and sanitation manholes, point on area overlay, feature color, and now what we've got is a map of where all of the manholes are in the city of Surrey, and it's in hexagon form. So that's what we've got there. So there you go, that's a very slightly more than 5-minute FME presentation about hexagons and what we can do with them and how we can use them for mapping. I hope you found that video useful, so have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye.